Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Power of Music and Dreams. An inspirational journey with Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood. When Truth Hurts went viral, life transformed. But her fame wasn't just about a catchy song, it was about a message. Her music reminded people, especially women and young girls, that they were worthy just as they were. So here they were, two women from very different backgrounds, united by music and resilience. The performance that changed everything, the highlight of the evening, came when Kelly and sang together. They chose a medley, part Kelly classic, part anthem. First came Kelly's Since You've Been Gone, a song that had once become a rallying cry for independence. Joined in, her rich voice blending seamlessly, adding power to the chorus. The crowd sang every word, their voices merging with the performers in a wave of shared emotion. Then the music shifted. The opening chords of Good as Hell echoed through the studio, and suddenly the atmosphere turned into a celebration. Kelly danced alongside, laughing, singing, and letting herself be carried by the joy of the moment. Audience members stood, clapping, shouting, some even crying. It wasn't just a performance, it was a passing of the torch, a reminder that music's power doesn't end with one show or one season. For Kelly, it was about gratitude, for the fans, for the journey, for the chance to inspire. For it was about honoring those who paved the way, showing that representation matters, and that voices that once went unheard can now roar. The stories they shared between songs. The two women sat down together on stage, microphones in hand. Kelly spoke about how much the show had meant to her, not just as a career milestone, but as a platform for lifting others. "I've always believed music is more than sound, it's a story," Kelly said. "Every artist who's ever come here brought their truth, and I wanted people to hear it. Because sometimes you don't need advice, you just need a song that tells you you're not alone." Nodded, her eyes glistening. "That's why I love you, Kelly. You remind people it's okay to be human. You've shown me, and everyone watching, that even when life knocks you down, you can sing through the pain." The audience clapped, not just for the words, but for the vulnerability. In a world often obsessed with perfection, seeing two global stars admit to struggle was liberating. The legacy of the final show. As the episode drew to a close, Kelly gave her final words. "This isn't the end. Music never ends. It keeps going in every heart, in every story, in every dream. Thank you for letting me share mine with you. And thank you too for reminding us all to love ourselves and to never stop singing." Tears filled her eyes as the studio erupted in cheers. Wrapped her arm around her, and together they waved goodbye. But in truth, nothing about that night felt like goodbye. It felt like a promise that music would continue to be a lifeline, that voices would keep rising, and that stories of resilience would keep inspiring. The inspiration that lingers. Fans left that night carrying more than memories of a show. They carried lessons. They remembered how Kelly Clarkson taught them that dreams can begin in unexpected places, that a girl from Texas could rise to become one of the most beloved singers in the world. They remembered how taught them to embrace every part of themselves, to dance even when life feels heavy, and to believe they are enough. In living rooms across the world, viewers felt something shift. Parents saw hope for their children's dreams. Young people battling insecurities saw role models who had overcome the same doubts. And musicians, waiting for their break, felt the courage to keep going. Beyond the stage, while each of these judges has their own remarkable story, together they form an inspirational trio that symbolizes the best of what music can offer. Luke Bryan brings heart and Lionel Richie brings wisdom and timeless artistry, and Carrie Underwood brings living proof of the dream. As mentors, they understand that not every contestant will become a superstar, but every person who takes the stage is changed forever by the experience. They nurture confidence, push contestants to challenge themselves, and remind them that music is about connection, not just competition. Their signing for the 2026 season marks not just another year of American Idol, but another year of dreams being born, lives being changed, and inspiration spreading across the world. For millions of viewers, their presence reassures them that kindness, perseverance, and belief in oneself can open doors to incredible opportunities. The larger message, why their stories matter the world today, is filled with uncertainty and challenges, and it's easy for people to feel that their dreams are too far out of reach. But stories like those of Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood remind us that success isn't about instant fame. It's about resilience, patience, and heart. They show us that setbacks are not the end, but part of the journey. They prove that no matter where you come from, a small town in Georgia, the bustling music scene of Alabama, or a farm in Oklahoma, your dreams are valid and achievable. Music is simply the vessel, but the deeper truth is about believing in yourself even when the world tells you otherwise. Conclusion: an inspiring new chapter as the curtain rises for the 2026 edition of American Idol. The return of Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood as judges marks the beginning of another chapter of hope, passion, and inspiration. For the contestants, it is a chance to chase their dreams. For the audience, it is a reminder that greatness often begins in the most ordinary places. The journeys of these three judges prove that the road to success is never straight, but every twist and turn adds to the story. Their lives embody the very spirit of the show, believing in the impossible, chasing the unseen, and never giving up. And as they sit behind the judges' table, they will continue to inspire not only the contestants standing before them, but millions of viewers who dare to dream. Because in the end, American Idol is not just about finding the next star. It's about reminding us all that with courage, persistence, and a little bit of faith, our own dreams are within reach.